fix the gut brain, because it is the gut brain that is damaged, that is showing up as a reflection, as something imbalanced, as depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, multiple sclerosis, and all kind of different types of neurological disorders. And until you fix the gut microbiome, the second brain, you will not be able to fix the skin conditions, the brain conditions, and other damaging situations in our body. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our new biology. This is our real biology. And Dr. Susan Lynch from University of Los Angeles, California, said that we did not know. She has been a doctor for 20 years, and she willingly came out and admit that she did not know, we did not know. This is a watershed moment in human biology. And she said that this will change the face of medicine forever. But Dr. and Professor Tim Spector, United Kingdom, King's College, said the textbooks of this world must be torn up, burnt, etc., because it no longer represents who we are. We are not 12 organ systems controlled by the brain. That is not the condition. We are 12 organ systems that has formed another organ system called the microbiome that controls the body. It's an organ to the organ. This gut microbiome, ladies and gentlemen, is setting the trend for what our body is doing or cannot do. Ladies and gentlemen, our microbiome is necessary. It's necessary to prevent high blood pressure, stroke, and heart failure. It's necessary to balance blood sugar and reverse diabetes. The microbiome is necessary to stop tumors and cancer. The microbiome is necessary to shrink fibroids and prevent things like endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and uterine fibroids, and all kind of things of that nature. To balance our hormones, the microbiome is necessary to reverse depression and anxiety. It's necessary to clear blockages in our artery. It's necessary to maintain our immune system and fight COVID. It's necessary to improve our sleep quality and prevent insomnia. It's necessary to replace low energy with wells of an abundant energy. It's necessary to reverse male impotence and prostate issues. It's necessary to deal with inflammation of joints, of the back, and in our body. It's necessary to ease acid reflux and address weight challenges. It's necessary to deal with age-related memory loss and halt and reverse Alzheimer's. It's necessary to deal with skin problems and things like ulcers, to ease it and deal with eczema and acne. It's necessary to correct digestive issues like Crohn's disease, celiac disease, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis. You're talking about constipation, diarrhea, acid reflux, bloating, gas, and all those other problems relating to the gut. It's solving skin problems and all kind of things like that. It corrects digestive issues. It makes your medicine and heals your body with a thing called butyrate. We cannot make our own medicine. The microbes make our medicine by the name of butyrate, acetate, propionate, and other things like that, that heals the body. Ladies and gentlemen, bacteria is not our enemy. Bacteria is our friend. So we need microbiome to correct and reverse a thing called leaky gut syndrome that is responsible for 95% of the inflammatory diseases in the body, like cancer, diabetes, arthritis, fibroids, fibromyalgia, women with vaginal dysbiosis, and people with different type of problems in terms of hormones and different types of enzyme problems and digestive system disorders. We need microbes more than microbes need us. They can survive without us, but we can't survive without them. We should quit trying to damage them. Let me give you a particular fact that might ease your mind. Of the 30,000 different species of microbes identified by man, in particular bacteria, only 2% are what they call bad or pathogenic. 2%. 98% of them is what they call good or benign. We know what good is already, but benign is that They are neither good nor bad. They are just there, but we still need them. For example, on the skin, they occupy a position on your skin so that when transient bacteria is floating by and stop by, this position is already taken, go somewhere else. And eventually, when you have a bath, you wash away those transient bacteria, and the residential bacteria remain there, and they have even your very DNA. So if you go somewhere and doctors and forensic scientists can tell you that you were there because your bacteria fell off your body and the DNA is there. You have to tell them how come you never did it, and bacteria with your DNA is there. Ladies and gentlemen, we must find a way to get the 98% of good bacteria to control the 2% bad. Just like, for example, the police force. 98% of the men and women of the police force are decent, good, upright, law-abiding, morally correct women and men serving the community and the country. 98% of them are good. 2% of them are raw cops that give the police force a bad name. 2% of bacteria give the rest of bacteria a bad name. But we need to know we must not go on a campaign to eradicate bacteria, because in trying to eradicate bacteria, we would in essence eradicate what functions us, what makes us up, what causes us to be alive and causes us to function. And this is not an anomaly. It's a God organized situation that every single human being grows a second brain, and the second brain contains half of the things that runs the human body. And they are like the joint CEO along with the brain, and their status is high. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know Clive Campbell, I could talk like this for another 40 minutes, but we don't have the luxury of that time on this call. But all I'm saying to us in closing, take care of your microbes like you are a pregnant woman. There is something growing inside of you that is not you, but it has value. It is live and living. We have a microbe going inside, microbiome growing. It's living, and it has things that can be disrupted. And if it is dysfunctional, we are dysfunctional. If they are unhappy, we can't be happy, because they make down to the very serotonin that determine if I'm sad or anxious, depressed or moody. They are the ones that run our body. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to know this lingua so that we might go forward intelligently, taking care of our microbiome. Because the narrative is, if you take care of your microbiome, then your microbiome will take care of you. I hand over back to you, Queen Dr. Ruth Ann Lightbourne. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Guys, I don't know if you were as impressed as I was, but as always, this gentleman blows my mind away when he's talking about that microbiome, because you don't realize how important this stuff inside of you that you can't even see. Doctors can't even see it. And like he said, it's not even spoken about, because it's just one of those things that go unsaid and unspoken about. But without further ado, we're going to continue on to speak about now the importance of sleep. Like, you don't even understand how sleep contributes to your health. You know, and a lot of us have insomnia. A lot of us sit up all night, you know, doing everything else except for sleeping. So without further ado, we're going to bring up our very own nurse, Adderley. She's an amazing mother of 3 children, one who has special needs, and she might share as well as she might not about his testimony. But without further ado, Nurse Adderley, she's been a nurse for over 20, well, let me not give her age because I don't think she's coming on camera today, but over 20 plus years. Take it away, Nurse Adderley. You're not unmuted. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. Yes, I can hear you. Take it away.
See my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, we can. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, good. Now I'm not gonna go through all of this because, guys, if y'all wanna actually get this call in real live time, I have to invite y'all on our calls, which is held on Monday afternoon. I almost said Monday morning, Dr. Ruth Ann. At 7 p.m. is it? Eastern?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
7 p.m. Eastern. So I'm just going to give you a little presentation, a short presentation on sleep. Because guys, a lot of us, things have happened to our bodies, and we're going to find out why some of these things happen to our bodies. And we, after this presentation, you will know why sleep is important, why sleep is important. Psalms 91, on Sanki Global, we always acknowledge God in everything we do. And Psalms 4, verses 7 to 8 quotes, "But you have made me happier than they will ever be with all their wine and grain. When I go to bed, I sleep in peace because, Lord, you keep me safe." So even the word talks about sleep. There are a lot of things in the word about sleep, all right? If we look at Jesus is in the boat and there was a storm. Jesus was sleeping so peacefully. Jesus must have had canoe fire with that. There was a storm ablazing and Peter and everybody was afraid, and they say, Lord, there's a storm. And he got up and he said, peace, be still. So as I present you the sleep presentation, all I can say is sleep, and all I can say is peace, be still. So sleep. Sleep is a condition of the body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night, in which the nervous system is relatively inactive. The eyes closed, the postural muscles are relaxed, and consciousness practically suspended. So it's practically suspended, so you shouldn't know what is going on around you when you're sleeping, all right? But guys, some of us, especially mothers, we can't tell that we had a good sleep from the first child we had. Some of y'all haven't slept from the first child you had, and your child might be 50 now. And the thing about it is, before that child, you never had a sleep again like before you were a mother or before you were a parent. Because some guys, so there's some fathers that are just as good fathers as mothers are to, and they're just as good parents as mothers are to their children. So some of us, we haven't slept well from the first child came in our house. So here we have the stages of sleep. Stage 1, and we're supposed to go through these stages. Some people say it's 4, some people say it's 5 in school, because I'm a nurse for over 25 years. And some people say, oh, it's 4, but sometimes they say 5, but guess what? Whatever it is, you're supposed to go through all the stages of sleep. So let's say if it's 4 stages, you're supposed to go through the 4 stages of sleep, and you're supposed to repeat these stages at least 5 to 6 times at night. 5 to 6 times at night. And some of us don't even get through the first to second stage. But yes, we closed our eyes. That's why sometimes when we get up in the morning, we say, oh, I sleep 6, 7, 8 hours. But did you go through the cycle? That is the important thing. Did you go through the cycle? Because see, stage 1 is falling asleep, light sleep. Stage 2 is when, that heart rate slows down and the body temperature drops. Like you have to reach when at that time, so you have to reach for a little sheet or something because it started to feel a little cool. Yeah, you're in stage 2. Stage 3 and 4 is deep sleep, muscles, deep sleep, muscles and tissues start to repair. This is where most of us do not get. That is how come we get sick, because we never reach stage 3 and 4. So the body does not repair itself. So you see how King Clive was talking about the microbiome and digestion. So if your digestion isn't going on right, your microbiome is offset and your sleep is offset. Oh my Lord. So the last stage of sleep is the body is paralyzed and dreams begin, REM. Some of you don't even dream at all. You say, I don't have dreams because you never reached the REM. Oh my God, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I got to change this. Look at yourself in the mirror today and say, this is changing today. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this, but here there's a diagram. And if you would look right here, in our brain, we have a sleep clock. These are the eyes. The eyes are supposed to tell us night from day. And then in the back here is the pineal gland. And the pineal gland releases melatonin, which is responsible for sleep. And we're going to understand another reason why we're supposed to sleep at night and turn off those TVs, those computers, and all those other stuff right an hour at least before sleep. Okay, now sleep requirements, 0 to 2 months. Those babies are supposed to be having 12 to 8 hours of sleep, not all night, but their naps included, okay? 3 to 11, 14 to 15 hours of sleep, naps included. 1 to 3 years, 12 to 14 hours of sleep, naps included. 3 to 5 years, 11 to 13 hours, probably one nap included, just one. Here, 3 to 5, they grown folks. 5 to 10, 10 to 11 hours of sleep, one nap again. They grown folks, they're growing up now. You don't need them sleeping through the day because they're not going to sleep at night when the body starts to repair itself, and kids grow at night. Their body actually accelerates at night in their sleep. So they need to be up in the day, 1, 2 naps when they're between 3 to 10. And 3, you know, and after that, they just sleep straight through the night. 10 to 17 years of age. Now, let me tell you something, guys. For some reason, we have allowed our teenagers to rule us, because most of us here on the line are from the Caribbean, all right? Even the set home in the US, y'all know when the street lights turn off, you're inside, you've taken a bath, the TV is off, homework is done, you are in pajamas, and it's bedtime. It's bedtime. So that's why the world is getting so sick, because people have changed and have diverted from sleep. All right, adults, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, guys. 7 to 9. Some of y'all say, I grown, man. Yeah, you grown, but you broken because you're not sleeping. Okay, let me just put that there. And then there's at least be seeing you in the emergency room. All right, the importance of sleep. Why is sleep important? Sleep helps the body, as I said, and I keep on saying it, repair your body, improve learning and memory, lower stress levels, improve creativity, support growth and development, maintain your immune system. And at this time, who doesn't want their immune system to be improved? But how can your immune system be improved, and how can you stay healthy if you're not sleeping? Okay, how can I sleep better? To get a better night's sleep, go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. We use our cell phone for other things. There are clocks on our cell phone. We can use our cell phone at night, and and don't set your, if you want to go to bed at 10 o'clock, don't set your alarm for 10 o'clock. Come on now, come on guys. Set your alarm clock for 9 o'clock. That's where you start making your little preparations. Guess what? It's 9 o'clock and I want to go to bed at 10. Let me, Johnny, go to sleep. This one, sleep. This done, that done, bed, okay? So set your alarm clock an hour before your bedtime for you to wake up. And then when you want to wake up, set your snooze clock about 15 to 20 minutes before you want to get up. And it gives you a chance for your body to wake up and for you to sit on the edge of the bed and thank God for a wonderful night rest, okay? Exercise regularly. We need to exercise, guys. Walk around your house, do something. You need to exercise. It's a part of health. All right, turn off the computer, phone, and television half an hour to an hour before bedtime, because as I told you, the sleep clock in your brain sees through the eyes. And so you can actually, your clock can be thrown off by the white light coming through your computer, coming through your phone, your tablet, your television at night. So they have some glasses, they call it blue light glasses. You can purchase those if you're a person who have to use your phone or your computer late at night. You purchase the blue glasses, and guess what? It helps you to put your body in stage to sleep. So guys, get those. They're on Amazon for $6, $7, $8. Get those blue light glasses, okay? Now keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. That's how you go to sleep. What if I do not get enough sleep? Well, okay, sleep deprivation, increased anxiety, depression, or mental health problems lead to risky or impulsive decisions, cause irritable or mood swings, cause headaches. You know, in COVID, a lot of us were shut up in houses. So we ate, we watched TV. Some of us, our sleep pattern was thrown off. That's how come you're arguing with your spouse, you're arguing with your kids, you're arguing with your mother. You're just frustrated because your sleep clock was set off. Ah, some of y'all just noticed that, huh? Okay, cause headaches, weight gain, and poor vision lead to more illnesses if you don't get enough sleep. All right, I'm just going to run through these quickly. Sleep deprivation impairs cognitive ability. You cannot think straight. Higher levels of anxiety. This is what also causes stress. And persons have to be put on meds for depression and anxiety because you're not sleeping. Stroke risk. Okay, when you sleep 6 hours or less a night, your chance of stroke increases 4 times the amount. Wow. Okay, increased risk for diabetes. Lack of sleep increases cortisol and norepinephrine. Both are associated with insulin resistance. Some of y'all say diabetes never run in my family. What about running in your sleep? Increase of symptoms of depression, right? Lack of sleep can lead to depression. Okay, increased risk of breast cancer because you're not sleeping. Melatonin decreases when you're exposed to light late at night. Get those blue light glasses if you have to be on the computer late in the night. But guess what? Please turn it off. Turn it off. That blue light in the night is not good. All right. Let me repeat this. Melatonin decreases when you are exposed to light late at night. A decrease in melatonin disturbs estrogen. And guess what, guys? You have estrogen too. Production, which can lead to breast cancer. So guess what? Some guys will say, oh, well, that's for the ladies. No, that's for the men too, because I have nursed men who had breast cancer. Men and women get breast cancer. You're not getting that melatonin, the amount of melatonin that you need at night. So then some people say, well, Kathy, now we're in my family. How did I get this? You're not producing melatonin. You're not sleeping. Increased risk for heart disease. Blood pressure decreases when you sleep. Some of y'all say, I'm on blood pressure medicine, or I am this and I on that. My blood pressure isn't going down. Why? You're not sleeping. You can take as much blood pressure medication as you want to. But guess what? Your pressure will not go down because you're not getting sufficient sleep. Sleep is important. Weight gain. Sleep helps balance hormones that make you feel hungry and full. So if you're not sleeping, you always snacking. Y'all always pass in the kitchen after watching a movie on Netflix, late in the night. Here are 17, and I'm not going to go through 17, just the first 6. Evidence-based tips to sleep better at night. Increase bright light exposure during the day. Get more light in during the day. If you have your drapes closed in the day or your blinds down, open them up. Get that light in. So at night, when that light is reduced, you're good. Reduce blue light exposure in the evening. Get those blue light glasses if you have to be on the computer or the phone late before bedtime. Don't consume caffeine late at night. Cut out the caffeinated drinks. And some of you say you drink herbal teas. Some herbal teas include caffeine. So get off some of those teas. Read everything that you put in your body. Reduce irregular or long daytime naps. If you sleep at work at night and the day, that's because you didn't sleep at night. So stop sleeping at work. Some of y'all just be dozing off at work, huh? Okay. Try to sleep and wake at consistent times, as I said before. This last one where I have take melatonin substance. We have something here better than a melatonin supplement here at Sanki Global, okay? 1 second, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna skip through all this. As I said, to get a real feel of this, you have to come to our meeting on Monday. All right, Canoe Fire. This is what we have here at Sanki Global. And our Canoe Fire is made up of rosemary, olive leaf, black beans. And the black beans is where we find melatonin, but it's called, these ingredients that we've mixed together, we've come up with a production called, a formula called Auxilia Night Reset. All right. It contains, as I said, the black bean, olive, rosemary extract, which help reduce the absorption of carbohydrates and sugar in foods you eat and assist with sleep. So our Auxilia Night Reset, it helps with healthy digestive tract, helps that microbiome. All right. As King Clive was saying earlier, it helps with weight loss. It prevents cancer. And also, if you are a cancer patient, it helps with those cancer markers, to bring those cancer markers down. It also wards off heart disease, okay? It actually manages diabetes and hypertension. It lowers your blood pressure. And it also helps with bone maintenance for those of us who have osteoporosis or some other type of bone disorder going on in the body. So this is what we're doing here at Sanki Global. This is what we are doing. We are giving you that whole restorative lifestyle. Because as King Clive was talking about digestion, the way how you eat, and we're giving you rest, you need your sunlight, you need exercise. Guys, this is the place to be, because Sanki Global has changed my life. I was hypertensive from the time I had my last child, who is now 13, going on to 14. And when I came into Sanki Global in 2019, I am now off hypertension meds. I was able to actually get my insurance, and I called Dr. Ruth and I was all ecstatic, kind of bad, because I was able to get my insurance increased. Because I am no longer called a hypertensive patient. Guys, get in where you fit in. That's all I'm saying. If you want a better quality of life, we are here for you. So thank you for joining us. And so I'm going to turn this call back over to our phenomenal coach, Dr. Ruth Ann Newton Lightbourne.
And you know you can't come off this call without sharing your testimony about your son. I didn't hear about you. You don't have no pressure no more. But how you can leave out how you can leave off Darius? How?
How I can leave off Darius?
Yes, ma'am.
No, man, I stopped on the timer. That's why I was trying to be on the timer. So okay, guys, how I got off of hypertension, the hypertension products. I was invited to the launch of this company back in 2019 by Dr. Ruth Ann and Dr. Helen, who is the CSMO of this company. And they said, we have some products that may be able to help your son. That was the main thing, to help my son. And so, long story short, I went to the conference. The CEO of this company, he is the greatest CEO. The greatest CEO that you will ever meet. I am telling you guys. This man, anyway, we'll talk about that later. But guys, everybody who was in that room, he gave a month's supply of free products to. And not only did the company did that, the company paid for our lodging and our airfare. Y'all don't know what y'all have embarked on today. And so I asked after the meeting, I said, okay, I know y'all give me a month's supply, but I say, I need something from a doctor who I work with, and I need something for my son. And so beautiful Queen Fabiola Hernandez, she is the sales manager. She asked, what is wrong with your son? So I told her that my son at the age of 3 stopped walking. My son, They said at the age of 3, I was holding my baby, and they told me that all of his muscles in his body was shutting down, and that even his heart and his lungs, his cardiovascular system was going to shut down, and they are going to have to ventilate him. And guys, no one could tell me what was going on. My son had to go to Miami Children's Hospital. They couldn't figure out what was going on. They sent him on to Boston Hospital. Nobody could figure out. They sent him to Atlanta. Nobody could figure out. Then his pediatrician said, okay, let's write National Institute of Health. National Institute of Health is supposed to diagnose. They have an undiagnosed program, but it's supposed to diagnose people, man. They send me and his father back a letter stating they cannot diagnose our baby. Guys, to be a parent in a state like that, whereas you have a child and you don't know what's going on in your child's body, and people telling you all foolishness, and you don't know, guys, anyway, long story short, I decreed life over my child. I decreed life, and I said, God is going to help my child. And my child deteriorated till he had to sit in a wheelchair, no muscle strength. In his wheelchair, I don't know if you guys know, but those wheelchair with the straps that actually strap the person so they can sit up, because he couldn't sit up on his own. His eyes rolled over in his head. He drooled, head lagged, couldn't hold pencil, couldn't do, oh Lord. Anyway. Anyway, my son, I put him on these products. I have to make the story short because I'm getting a little emotional. Sorry. I put him on the products after I saw that I didn't have any side reactions, any contraindications, any allergic reactions, because I am the person for it. Because guess what? I'm supposed to be living in a bubble. That's another thing I didn't say. I'm supposed to be living in a bubble because I have hypersensitivity allergies, allergic to everything, allergic to almost everything, allergic to roach. Roach can't be in my house. I'm telling you, I can't be home if the grass is cutting. And I took these products, no adverse reaction, none, guys. So I decided as a nurse, okay, this is good to give to my child. I give it to my child. And in 2 weeks, my son was able to hold on to a walker his therapist told me to buy 4 years ago. He was able to sit up on his own on the side of the bed, guys, and he holds on to this walker. And for the first time in 10 years, I saw my son stand once more again. And not only did he stand, he made 4 steps before he said, Mommy, I'm tired, and he went to the ground. But see, for some of y'all, seeing is believing. So Dr. Ruth Ann, play the video.
Wider, make it wider, and push. Step. Like sit down and give up. Try pushing. Get these knees back towards me.
Did.
Oh man. Come on, we had it. Stop and take a deep breath. Now let's think about that. Your knees started coming together and what happened? You lost your balance.
Jump again. Jump again. Hey, jump again. You jump one more time? That's it now? All right then. Okay.
So guys, all I can say is my son is now moving from bed to chair on his own. My son is now writing. My child is now sitting up on his own, using the computer on his own. My son's eyes is not rolling back on his head. He can actually focus now. My son, the slur in his speech is clearing up. My son is starting to make steps now on his own. So all I could say is thank God for Sanki Global. How many of you out there are hurting, are experiencing some kind of dis-ease? and need help, we are here not to take your money. We are here to say we are here to help and give you the freedom and the quality of life that you desire. Back to you, Dr. Ruther.
Wow. You get emotional. I get emotional thinking about it. Because, you know, I remember after Dorian going and visiting Nassau, going to get my visa, and my son was in the car and she went to pick up Darius from school, and they had to lift him from the classroom door into the car. And when he came in, his leg was shaking, he was drooling, his eyes were rolling back, his head was flung back to the side. And I taught my kids, because I had been confined to a wheelchair, I taught them not to stare at people. If there's a question, ask, don't just stare. And so my son, I remember, asked you, said, Annie Donnelly, you know, what happened to Darius? And I remember you telling him, you know, he has a muscle disorder and you're not really certain what it is, but, you know, that's what it is. And to know that day when you called me and told me that he had taken those steps, and then you sent me a photo of a child sitting up on those walker chairs. And I was like, why is Donnie sitting on the chair? And you told me, man, Ruthan, that's Darius. I was like, what? So it's a joy to go through the what do you call it, the successes with you of Darius, and to know that one day me and him could be walking across the stage together, you know, hand in hand. So I think that's super exciting to know all of that. So without further ado, we're going to continue this conversation on with the amazing, fantastic, phenomenal Dr. Denise out of Trinidad and Tobago. And I wanted to speak to, because I know in our country, cancer is ravenous. I talking high blood pressure and diabetes is crazy, but cancer be taking people out. So Dr. Denise, if you have the moment and if you're able to speak, can you unmute your mic and just speak to, because I know you have been treating some people with cancer and who have had a lot of issues. Can you speak to that issue and let us know your thoughts?
Wow, great evening, guys. I'm like juggling back and forth in 2 meetings today, but wow, you know, I just have to say wow. Because you know what? When you understand the human body and you understand how cells work and how it's simple, a simple term you have been hearing us saying over and over, cells alter themselves according to their environment. Cells alter themselves according to their environment. So what that is telling us, you were never born with a genetic malfunction. You're never born, it's 90% nutrition, folks, and 2% genes. What triggers the body and these cells to go rogue is something that we call the microbiome in the body. It has attached it microbiotas, genomes, gene expressions, and all of that goes together with the microbiome. And what it simply is that the second brain in your gut represents all the microbiota and bacteria that forms all the other organs and help and organs functions in the system. So what we are seeing here, cancer prevalence, cancer prevailing. What it simply means is that your nutritional part of you, your metabolizing part of you has just gone out of whack and gone out of balance. And when your body, you don't feed your body what it needs, these cells now start to mutate into certain things that you don't really want to know that exist in your body. So what it actually does, the microbiome manages your body and help your body to give it a chance in your immune defense. It manages the health of your microbiome within your bodies, the immunity part in it, and the microbiome helps the body so that it can build its immune defense in the system. It's a healthy ecosystem that creates the space where these viruses can prevent itself without triggering an immune response. So if here's this, if it goes out of balance, where we have these 4 types of microorganisms living inside of us, bacteria, yeast, fungi, viruses, and even your own cells. Your own cells can turn against you, you know. So it's by what you put into your body, mind, body, and spirit, food, evaluation, and how your thoughts go, mental health, and so forth, can change that ecosystem within your body and cause all these inflammation in the system. So why I'm saying all of this? Because our technology in the formation of these products are technology with a technology like none other, nanotechnology. And what it simply does, it changes the genetic expression within the body, meaning that it's not making you mutate into anything. It just goes nanoparticles within the bodies, hitting the target cells that is diseased and degenerated, and monitors all these serious illnesses in the body to get the corrective DNA sequence coding so that it can restore these damaged cells. So this is what the products do. It is engineered so that it is attracted to the disease cells, and it allows direct treatment of those cells, and it reduces the damage to the healthy cells in the body, and also allows for earlier detection of disease. So what this says, simply put, it has been helping many of these chronic patients that comes into my path in terms stage 4 and all of this. As I say, we don't make claims, but understanding how your cells work, how the immune system works, the formulation itself has all the nutrition and ingredients needed to help the body recognize what we call cells of interest, degenerated cells, and then it dives straight into the cells, organ tissues. It breaks the interstitial tissues barrier, which means it breaks the blood barrier, and it can enter in and out, and then starts its work in protecting the body, enhancing the absorption into these cancer cells, the drugs, which is actually nanotechnology of all these herbal formulations to attract it to these cells and help the cells to become normal cells once more. What has to be degenerated? The lymphatic system is going to take that away, and it is going to just come out through the system in a natural way. So in other words, what these formulation does, whether it's cancer, whether it's cardiovascular, whether it's ALS, whether it's Alzheimer's, whether it's mental, it just zone into these degenerated cells and tissues. And kidney failure, I've had a lot, come back to wellness state from stage 4, back to wellness stage because of this technology and how it's absorbed into the body. Back over to you, Dr. Ruthann.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Denise, for sharing, because I know that was one of the big issues in the Bahamas and throughout the Caribbean, definitely, and the world. But I know one of the biggest issues in our country are high blood pressure, diabetes, and definitely cancer. And like Nurse Donnelly said, to tune in to Sleep Tomorrow. I think she's doing Monday, as well as tomorrow night. We do have Dr. Denise. She does her call tomorrow evening, and I believe that's at 7 p.m. Eastern, Dr. Denise, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're still 7.
Yeah, I believe all of us, yes, doing the same time.
7? Okay,
yes.
okay, 7. Okay, 7 o'clock Eastern will be, I think it's 7. I hope it's 7 Eastern or 8 Eastern, but okay, yes, 7 Eastern tomorrow, yes. For sure. So yes, definitely. So we'd love to have you on that. So get back to the person that brought you this call, and they will be able to share with you exactly what's going to be happening then. But for those that want to know, like, what are these products you're talking about? What can they do and how do they work? Well, we have a team that kind of breaks this down for you so that our voices don't sound so monotonous and you don't have to hear just my voice or hear just Nurse Dawn Lee's or Dr. Denise's or King Clive's. We break it down together, guys. So my team knows who they are and they know what their product is. So mine is, of course, the Belage Belle Age, Beautiful Age. This is call our morning shower, guys. If you want to get started right in your day, Belage is what you need. Belage is what you need to have in the cupboard, not only for yourself, not only for your immunity, because guess what? Our Belage builds your immune system by 45%. But guess what? Immunity-wise, over influenza A, influenza B, gastroenteritis, and SARS. Yeah, you heard me, SARS. SARS. Listen, 85%, guys, I wonder what that sounds like. Anyway, it deals with that cytokine storm and makes sure to neutralize it so that those protein cells cannot mass produce themselves, and it allows it to stabilize out. So it improves blood circulation. So if you're that individual that has, those varicose veins, the rheumatoid arthritis, the arthritis in the joints, the swelling in the legs, the blackness in the legs, because there's no circulation getting to where it needs to, whether it's in the arms or legs, wherever it is happening. We have a testimony regarding glaucoma being reversed because of this Balage. We have persons that have had severe fibroids up to 27 weeks measured pregnant, all the way down to 17 weeks pregnant by just literally consuming just this Balage. They didn't consume anything else at first. This is all they were doing, the Balage. And so I always tell people, start with the morning shower. If you don't start anywhere on our products, start with the morning shower, because improves blood circulation, increases hydration at the cellular level. And let me just reiterate, improves blood circulation. Now, I said that slowly for all the men on the call so that could just sink in. Let's go again. For all the men that are on the call that are in need of some sort of blood circulation in maybe certain areas, this will assist. It improves blood circulation. And for those that have no idea,
the blue pill killer.
No, you understand, chill
The
killer.
blue
And
pill killer.
for those that still don't understand what I'm talking about, erectile dysfunction. If you're having issues with your tissues down in that area, this will allow you to raise a tent every single morning. So it also increases hydration at the cellular level. Nanotechnology, you heard Dr. Denise talk about that, how it permeates the eye wall barrier, brain barrier. It's able to get in because of the nano-sized particles of the product. It gets immediately into the blood barrier and starts working at the mitochondrial level. It reactivates our body's antioxidants and it increases energy production naturally. So this is the product. You having problems with your heart muscle isn't working and functioning the way it should, Balage is for you. I know a gentleman who had heart surgery probably about 8 years ago, had double bypass surgery, actually mitral valve replaced, tricuspid valve repaired, was on warfarin, basically had stopped doing what he loved to do, stopped his job because he felt like he didn't have the energy, didn't have the strength to do anything. And guys, I kept on telling him, man, you need to take the Balage. I don't want no Balage. Okay, don't take the Balage. You know how y'all gentlemen in the Bahamas especially go, y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't like listen. Plenty of us on this line have plenty of men that don't like listen. Listen, get them on the Balage, eh? They will not regret it. So finally one day, he decides to take the Balage. Why? Because he started to suffer a minor stroke sitting right in front of his kids. His left arm started to get heavy. He started getting a tingling in his head. He was asking his kids to find aspirin. I turned to him and I said, listen, get the Balage and put it in some water and drink it, eh? Would you believe in less than 20 minutes that tingling up the arm dissipated and went? After that, ever since, Balage and Canoe every single day without fail has been able to go outside and work. Guys, y'all ain't hearing me, man. After what? 7, 8 years? 8 years you ain't work. Now you able to get out and work and do your skill as a mechanic? Mother sick. Came in and said, listen, I don't want to bake up your head and tell you about your products, but man, your products work, okay? I said, thank you. Thank you very much. I had a young lady having issues down there in that area. I said, listen, get the N7, get the Balage, and just douche with it, eh? I went, just do it. Went and did it, came back to me. Oh, I just have to let you know your products work, okay? I said, oh, they do? Really? Yes, they work. Said the UTI and the infection is gone. And say, man, it even a little tight up like that. I say, I don't want to know that, not my business. But anyway, guys, I just want to let you know, these products are simply amazing, okay? Amazing. So, Dr. Denise, Inner 7.
Wow, tight up. I love that. Okay, guys, Inner 7. Let me don't get carried away here. It comes from the deep sea water from a depth of more than 300 meters. And it's loaded with magnesium. Folks, if you understand what minerals does in your body, it's the building blocks at microcirculation at the cellular level in the cells. If the cells do not have minerals in it, nothing can be displaced throughout the body, whether it's a pharmaceutical, whether it's a nutraceutical, whether it's foods, whether it's vitamins, whether it's whatever you put into your body. And guess what? N.M.D has over 60 plus minerals, main ingredients: magnesium, calcium, selenium, potassium, copper, zinc, you name it. And plus the other silent minerals that go microcirculation levels in the body. What the N.M.D does, it improves transit and increase feelings of lightness in the body. It supports the pH balance in the body. It also supports fat burning system, hormone imbalances. It balances back the hormones and also work in diabetes parameters. It also supports relaxation and healthy nervous system, bring back. So guess what? Magnesium, what magnesium does, it's one of the main mineral in our body. It's actually the life force building blocks of the cells in your body that helps convert blood sugar to energy. It is a natural anti-stress agent. So those who are suffering from anxiety, insomnia, not sleeping, brain, all these things that's going on, just, thinking and going. It actually attracts water to the intestines as soon as digested and reduces constipation. I have known some persons call me today and said, listen now, a coke up, a heart, nothing happening. I might have, I say, hey, go, you have your N.M.D, just go put it in some 8 ounces of water, don't potent, warm, and drink it. Oh yeah, after an hour they call, wow, I was blowing out. All right, so it helps with the bacteria in the system. It also, the calcium helps to reduce body acidity. When calcium, your blood needs the alkaline, it draws the calcium from the bones and teeth, your hair starts, dropping out, all these things start happening. So it helps and most times the calcium is not reabsorbed back into body. You need vitamin K2. Hello, all of these minerals have it in it, folks. All right, selenium has the effect on vitamin C regeneration and protects microcirculation. You heard Dr. Rutan spoke about the Belage together with the N.M.D, microcirculation. Potassium regulates the heart and muscles. It also is very good for one of the glands in the endocrine system, which is the thyroids and parathyroids, goiter and all of that. A lot of us are suffering hypothyroidism, and promotes smooth transition of signals caused along the nerve endings. All right, those who have compressed disc, osteochondrosis, spinal, degeneration, and so forth. What you think happens is the electrical parts of your spine is cutting off because the nerves are not being supplied by the blood. So here you have calcium in the body that will start regulating that. And last but not least, the copper regulates the blood cholesterol. And what I love most about the N.M.D, folks, the technology that it has, that nanoparticles absorption, guess what? All of these minerals are what we will say nanomagnesium, nanocalcium. What that simply means, it makes it possible to enter into these cells in the interstitial tissues back and forth through these micro vessels so that it can improve resistance and adaptability towards all types of your body stresses and better the body in aiding in everything in blood circulation. So it is very, very good for when, the calcium to the brain, it reduces the impact of stress on the brain. And that is what I love about this N.M.D. Back over to you, Dr. Ruthan. Dr. Ruthan.
Sorry about that, guys. My internet keeps going in and out. I don't know if y'all can hear me. But King Clive, can you take us about Hasaki?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strike up the band. Let the fireworks go off. Roll out the red carpet because King Hasaki has entered the room. Ladies and gentlemen, we have never had such a product in nutritional science before. Sanki Global has outdone itself. It made Belage. Sanki Global made N.M.D. Sanki Global made Canoe Fire. But when they made King Hasaki, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what your current state of health is, it can be improved. Never before is a product so powerful, available to so many people at such an affordable price. Ladies and gentlemen, No matter what issues you have in your tissues, we have something to speak to every single cell in your body. What we realize is that the human body is comprised of 110 trillion cells. 10 trillion human cells, 100 trillion microbial cells. The only product on the planet that speaks to the health of all the cells in your body is this product, King Asaki. It provides 596 metabolites for the microbes that dominate your body. Because the microbes dominate your body and they are fed, they are healthy, fit, vibrant, and strong. The body is healthy and the body is happy. When the body is happy and healthy, sickness and disease cannot remain in a body that is happy and healthy, because it is a body that has achieved homeostasis, which means balance. Ladies and gentlemen, there has never been another product to touch planet Earth, not even if you get water from the moon, according to Celine Dion, will be as powerful as this product at alleviating whatever issues you may have in your body. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have something we have never had before, a product that comprehensively nourishes all the cells in your body, human and non-human cells. If the non-human cells are functioning well, and if the human Kardashian cells are functioning well, your body is healthy and your body is happy. In the midst of COVID, you have a body that is resilient, strong, vibrant, and is able to overcome any cancer thrown at it, any bad bacteria that comes, any virus cells that comes. It is able to withstand it and be strong because it has the nourishment for your microbiome. It has the nutrients for your mitochondria that produces the energy in your body. Ladies and gentlemen, we have never had a product like this before. And therefore we say to you, when you go to the person that introduced you to these products, ask them to put among the products you have to get Asaki. Ask them for the King Asaki. And let me remind you, when you are drinking this product, you don't just gulp it down like that. There is a protocol. We say to you, put 2 scoops in a blender, put your banana, put your papaya, put your favorite berries and blend it out. If you want to mix it with some ice and crush it out, fine. If you want to drink it warm or something like that, anything you want to do. But when you introduce it to your mouth, don't be in a hurry just to swallow it down like that. There is a protocol. You want to swirl it around in your mouth for a few seconds. Allow your taste buds to realize what good nutrition is supposed to taste like, and begin to send messages all over your body that the King is in the house. Then you gradually release this Asaki. Allow it to caress the 14 inches of esophagus and allow it to enter your stomach where it finds a lot of activity going on, and then to quench the free radical issue going on in your body and any damage in your tummy, and allow your tummy to release it into the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine. Then it goes into 22 feet of jejunum until it arrives in the ileum, where it is now going to open the ileocecal valve and allows it to enter into your colon. It says, hello, good morning to your appendix in that area. And then it begins to course its way all over your colon, the last 5-6 feet of your GI tract. And ladies and gentlemen, those 39 trillion live microbes, they experience these metabolites in this product in a powerful way. And they said, joy to the world. King Asaki has come. Christmas in July. They have never heard anything like this. And when your microbiome, ladies and gentlemen, is happy and healthy, it fixes every gut issue, including leaky gut issues, which cause 95% of the diseases. Any irritation, any inflammation, any infection is fixed by the 3 M's: microbiome, mitochondria, and metabolites. Ladies and gentlemen, in all you're getting, get the most nutritious product on the planet. I present to you King Asaki. Back over to you, Queen Dr. Ruth Ann.
Wow. Nurse Donnelly, take Cronway.
Girl, look, I was trying to catch myself. King Clyde, I was just trying. Well, King Clyde, I know you was something back in the day. But look, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
To catch myself. Where am I? Where am I? But anyway, let me just talk about my baby who rocks you to sleep. That's the Canoe Fire. That's my baby. And she rocks you to sleep. The benefit of Canoe Fire is it increases thermogenesis. All right, thermogenesis is the process where all that fatty tissue is burned off of the body. Okay, it burns up all of that, all those calories and sugars and carbs that some of you eating right now on this call. Okay, and also it protects, all right, the gastric buildup of your body, your stomach. It actually protects it and against antioxidants. Okay, but some of us we really eat bad. We really eat bad. And for you Bahamians on the line, you know, I peeped somebody on this line. I was passing Bamboo Shack and I peeped them on the line, you know, yesterday. But I have nothing to say, you know, Dr. Ruth Ann. So with the Canoe Fire has the auxiliary night reset. And some of you, before I go down on the line, because some of you on the line, you say that, hey, I'm a diabetic. A lot of diabetics, because of neuropathy, they have damage with their muscles, and so their muscles have turned hypotonic, whereas they don't have any tone, and they've also lost a lot of weight. And they're saying, okay, you want me to take this thing to control my diabetes, but I have already lost all that fatty tissue on my body. I can't afford to lose any more weight, nurse. Okay, guys, we have an intelligent system. If you have lost or you are lower than your BMI, what happens is you do not lose any more weight. You do not lose any more weight on the products because it's an intelligent system. So what happens is the mapping DNA of your body says, guess what, this body cannot lose any more weight. That is what the Canoe Fire does. And so what it does, it goes in to doing the other things in your body that it needs to do. For example, as I said, the Canoe Fire has an ONR, the auxiliary night reset, which helps with healthy digestion, all right, weight loss, all right. It also prevents cancer. And for those of you who are on cancer, it actually helps with tumors. It actually helps assist with bringing those cancer markers down. And it also, if you were a cancer patient and you are in remission, it helps you to stay in remission. So this is what's so important with that Canoe Fire. And the Canoe Fire also manages diabetes. So I said, if you're a diabetic, you've lost enough weight, you're not going to lose any more weight because the Canoe Fire is an intelligent system. It's patented. Okay, and it's nanobiotechnology. So it was made to do such a thing. All right, lowers your blood pressure. That is in the ONR as well. It lowers your blood pressure and it helps with bone maintenance. And you know, as we get older, especially women, when they go through menopause, they lose a lot of bone mass. Men, when they get older, they lose a lot of bone mass. That's how come you have things like osteoarthritis as well. You have things like rheumatoid arthritis going on. So guess what? This Canoe Fire assists the body with all of that and putting the body into homeostasis. Now, as you guys say, homeostasis, what's that, nurse? Homeostasis, the process by which the body heals itself. All of our bodies were created to heal itself. But because, as I said earlier, the lack of sleep, all right, also what we eat every day, the toxins that we take into our bodies every day, the food that we drink every day that are the liquids that we drink every day that are toxins, also the air that we breathe have toxins in it, and also everyday stress on your job, stress when you go in the car and drive, stress with your family when you reach home, stress with everything. So when you have stress, it lets off toxins in the body as well. And so the Canoe fire, that baby will rock you to sleep. It helps with sleep because it has the olive leaf, it has the black beans, and it has also the rosemary, which are all sedatives that help you to go to sleep. And you may say, nurse, guess what? All these products which you all sent to me today, all of these have these products in it, but we could just take over the counter, or we could, we could get some, go in GNC or any store and just buy the supplements. No, you cannot. You cannot, because if you take those over-the-counter supplements, half of you on this line or even more would say, guess what? When I take the melatonin, or I take this, or I take that, when you go to the bathroom, you'll notice that your urine has changed in color and in smell. Your fecal matter has changed in color, your stools, I should say, change in color and in smell. Why? Because most of those things that you paid all that money for just comes right out of the body. And so what did you get? But with Sanki Global, you will notice that most, as Dr. Denise said, Dr. Ruth Ann said, King Clive said, nanobiotechnology, it goes through the system, the nanoparticles are coated, it goes into the blood, and it goes into the cells, and it re-jumps the mitochondria, what put the body in homeostasis and gets us on the road to a better quality of life. Back to you, Dr. Ruth Ann.
Wow. I always love y'all guys. Y'all are simply amazing, simply the best guys. Yes. So listen, I just want to share my quick testimony so that I can at least be a benefit or a testament to somebody and to be able to help somebody else out there. For those that don't know, I was diagnosed with lupus, SLE. First of all, discoid lupus, but of course I don't have any lesions or any abrasions on my skin. And then I was diagnosed after that with TM, which is transverse myelitis. And then after that, I was then diagnosed with neuromyelitis optica, which simply means neuro meaning brain, myelitis, myelin sheath unraveling, as well as optica, which is eye. So back in February of 2017, I fell into a coma after being in this whole up and down cycle of learning to walk, not walk, learn to walk, not walk, learn to walk, kept on relapsing. And in that time, when I came out, I had no core strength, none, no muscle strength. So you heard Nurse Donnelly talk about her son. So I know what it is to have to be basically tied back in a wheelchair because you can't sit up, or always leaning forward in the wheelchair because you can't sit up. And when I came out of the Rand Hospital February, I literally could not sit up. My son, I remember him placing me in the car. I could not see over the door of the car to see the Rand as we drove away because I had no core strength to pull me up. Guys, y'all don't understand what it feels like to literally have your bust sitting on your knees. I could not sit up and put both of my hands up as I can now and sit here with full core strength. And Nurse Donnelly can attest to that. She remembers when my hands couldn't even open. She remembers when my left eye couldn't be open at all because I'd lost sight in it by the end of 2017 and it had shut down by the end of 2019. So I used to look like I was always winking at people, which I was not. And, since these products, my core strength has definitely improved. So if persons on this line know anybody that's suffering with any type of immune deficiency disorder, I have an immune disorder. I take these products. I take my pills. It is simply amazing. It makes me feel good. I am not tired. I'm not fatigued. I've been able to come off of 300 milligrams of tramadol, which is a synthetic opioid. I've been able to cut my gabapentin from 1,200 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day. You heard me, 3,600 milligrams of gabapentin a day, down to literally next to half or less, because sometimes I don't even take the amount that I'm supposed to take. Sometimes I only take now 900 milligrams per day. Okay. I've been able to cut all that in half. I've been able to come off of 1,500 milligrams of CellCep twice a day, down to now 500 milligrams twice a day. So I'm only taking 1,000 milligrams of immunosuppressant now per day. Okay. I've been able to do all of this because of this product system that I am on with enough strength. I've been able to build my core strength. I've been able to get up and stand by myself. But, you know, like Nurse Donnelly always says, you know, sometimes it's better to show people than tell people, because you telling people, oh yeah, you was able to sign. Okay. Yeah. You saying that because you want us to buy something. Child, I won't buy. Y'all don't have to buy nothing from us. If only we educate you to go out there and live a healthier lifestyle, well, then we've done our job. By all means, we have done our job. But I will show you that this is something that has transpired in my life. I've been able to actually get up and stand since then. And I'm talking stand without assistance, which is a huge deal for me because I wasn't able to do it before. I used to have a gait belt. I used to have my caregiver lift me up, all these things, contraptions to make it happen. But without further ado, I'm going to share with you my stand-up because, you know, since we shared Darius on, I feel a little jealous. Is he a little jelly, yeah? So let me show you how it looked for me to be able to get up and stand. And this would have been by myself right before my birthday this year. So right March, April of this year. And I mean, I have a storyline of where you see me trying last year and to this year, but I won't show all of that today, but I will show you all me getting up and standing. Let me make sure my sound is on. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, it is. There we go.
Now through 1,000 times again, and I rise up high like the waves, and you're standing straight, you're standing, your knees are locked now.
I did it.
So guys, that's my story and where I've come from. And of course, I've lost weight since then. That Canoe fire is fire. Because what I started doing is actually drinking a Canoe fire in the morning, actually sometimes 2 packets in the morning. I do my 1 packet at night and I'm burning my fat. And you know what someone said to me today when they came by to purchase some products, they said to me, you don't look like no person who's sick. So your skin is beautiful, man. She said to me, she says, your legs, your feet have no calluses. They look like soft, like a baby's bottom. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So I want to say to guys, everybody out there, that these products are simply amazing. And we want to let you know to get back to the person that invited you to this call. Let them know that you are ready. You want to be a part of what we're doing here at Sanki Global, because we do have the research manuals to prove to you of those 51 years now. 51 years it's been formulated. They've been doing research and development. They have not stopped. They continue to do it on a monthly, daily basis in Okinawa, Japan, in Spain, and in Italy, and in France, where our labs are. Okay, guys? We are also in the JAMA, which is the Journal of American Medicine. We are in the Physician's Desk Reference, which is the PDR, and we are a part of the Blue Ocean Strategy. That simply means that we create our own highway, because nobody can touch us when it comes to the mitochondria and the microbiome. We have been talking about this now for 51 years. Literally, I don't know if King Clive mentioned it today. They've only started talking about it in the medical field in the last 5 years. 5 years. Ain't nobody can catch us up. And for those that heard King Tim Trahan talk about that micro scanner last night, right there is the micro scanner that you see on the screen that we put to your fingernail bed. We scan and we're able to see your capillaries, we'll see if they elongate, if they're shortened prior to taking the ballage, and to show you where the inflammation is removed. The placation is removed as well, where the capillaries are elongated and pulsating, where they aren't curled anymore, where you don't see any parasites, or the parasites are fleeing in the blood once you've intaked the ballage after 20 minutes. We also have the symbol of the BSCG, guys. That is the golden symbol for athletes. So yes, our products are not just for sick people. Our products are for persons that are very well and want to be healthier. Like Mr. Avita always says, and even Dr. Behia Diaz out of Japan says, he created these products to create that superhuman, the person that can live past 100 years old and feel great and feel phenomenal about themselves. So guys, if that is you, if you're even an athlete, if you know an athlete, all those athletes that just went are going to Japan, man, they should have been drinking Balaj, because then the Bahamas really would have won. But no, we got Jamaica on here and Trinidad. So Jamaica, Trinidad, and the US, everybody in the world would have been winning, hey? So we need everybody on this Balaj, because guess what? It is simply amazing. It is really percolates through the body, but we are GMO free. We are gluten free as well. And like Nurse Donnelly said, and Dr. Denise, we have an advanced delivery system that is patented formula that nobody else can have in the world. So when people try to replicate or duplicate, I'm sorry, nobody can imitate. Not here at Sanki Global. So guys, I want to say to you, you can either come in as a customer and or a prime customer. The choice is yours. A prime customer simply means that you're going to get 25% off the cost of the products. And what that also means is that you pay an upfront fee of $49 as a prime member to get that. And as well as when you spend over $180 as a prime member, you get free shipping, as well as 3 free products, 3 free shinkas, which is actually an additional 12-day supply of the Balaj and the Canoe. And guess what, guys? You're given a link to actually share if you want with other people. And when you share, you will actually get free products as well. And for those persons that look at this and say, hold on now, hold on now, hold on now. Is this an opportunity? Well, guess what, guys? It is an opportunity, but we're not going to go into that tonight. But I will say to you, if you're that individual on here that's an entrepreneur at heart, because if you're anything like me, I sit in a bed. I am sitting in a bed. Let me repeat that for my fellow Bahamians. I am sitting in a bed. Plenty of people complain about losing their job. I haven't had a job for anyone officially since I've been sitting in this bed since 2015, and I have been working ever since. So I'll say it again. I am sitting in a bed, and this is my business. Sanki Global is my business, and I am the first, and I hate to even brag about this, but I can brag tonight. I am the first platinum president in the Caribbean and the US and Canadian market. I sitting in a bed. Okay. I don't know what else I got to tell y'all. So if you're interested, because you're an entrepreneur at heart, these are the packages for the entrepreneurs, guys. You can get in where you fit in. Choice is yours. And then just hit the ground running. Hit the ground running, guys. And we're not going to go into this on this presentation because it's not about that. We wanted to share with you the information and get that out to you. So get back to the person that brought you to this call and let them know you're ready. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready. You are ready to get started. You're ready to be a part of the movement, whether it's the microbiome movement, whether it's the health and wellness movement, whether it's the sleep, hypertension, non-diabetes movement, whatever it is, just don't call it too late, guys. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for getting on tonight. We appreciate you so very much. It was simply amazing. And so we will be doing this again tomorrow night. I don't know the link as yet because we're trying to make sure we have the right link. So once we know the link, we will be sending that link out to everybody. So get back to the person that brought you to this call. And I see some hands up and I don't know if that is questions or not. So let me see, give me a second. And I believe there was another question in the group. So let me just double check. Don't want to leave people feeling some kind of way. Let's see here. Oh, I think I got knocked out. So I think I'm missing some questions. So Dr. Denise, I don't know if you can scroll up because I think when I got knocked out, it took me out of my questions. So I don't see all of the questions. So if anybody sees any, please let me know. No, yes, no. Oh, okay, I see one. It says, can this reduce an immune deficiency even if the person is taking other medication? Well, Sheldon, as I said, I got lupus. Well, no, I don't have. I've been clinically diagnosed. I ain't got nothing. I've been clinically diagnosed with lupus. I've been clinically diagnosed with myelitis. And I've been clinically diagnosed with NMO, but I don't have nothing. You know, so yes, it can help with that. I don't know if anybody can see any other questions. You can answer them.
Yes, too.
You see any others?
Thank you.
I don't see any other questions. Free products. Oh, Yvette Francis, the free products were already given away. The 10 people can actually raise their hands. They came in from, listen to me. These people was on the call from 6:40 6:45. 6:45, they were on the call. The first 10 that got on the call, they got their free products, okay? So there were 10 of them, and I can give their names because transparency is always the best policy around here, child. And I'm gonna give their names. We have Michelle, we have Bernadette, we have Sean, we have Helena, we have Germany, I don't want to say your name wrong, Jermany. We have Treya, we have Eldira, we have Douglas, we have Kenva, and we have Lacia out of Jamaica. So that was our first 10 that got on the call this evening. So we want to say shouts out to you. We will be getting back to you to let you know where to pick up your products on Monday. What good products are good for anemia? Well, I know for me, I have something called thalassemia. So I'm severely anemic. And I've been taking the Balage and the Inner 7, and my count went from an 8, like 7 point something, 8, lower 8, all the way up. I'm now up to, I think it was a 10 or 11 the last time I went. So all I can say is these products are simply amazing, literally, because I never thought that my blood count could actually go up, and it has. So
give them the question line. The question.
Say again?
Give them the
question line. Yes, yes.
The question line. So
okay,
if they have questions, they can ask those questions on that line, please.
Okay, yeah, we do have a WhatsApp group, guys, that is only literally for questions, for health only, not for the business. And I don't know why someone keeps on changing my topic from health questions to gut questions, but hey, you know what? It'll be me and someone go fight soon. No, it'll be.
And let them know that we knock off at 10:30. So if they put a question in there, 1 o'clock, we'll get them the following day, please.
Okay. They can hear you.
Yeah, we go to sleep. We go to sleep. Sleep is a part of good health for us to be able to answer your questions much better and more for us to be efficient. So please, we've been getting questions 1 o'clock in the morning. Come on, guys.
Okay, and so for everybody, because someone asked, okay, this is not copying, so give me one more second, but everybody's asking if we saw you on Clint Watson. If you saw on Clint Watson, I need you to literally WhatsApp 242-439-2425. Once you do that, your name will be given out to a distributor, a Journey Pioneer, or a wellness advisor. Your information will be given to that individual, and then you will be called within 24 to 48 hours. So if you're an individual, like I said, that saw the program on Clint Watson, so you don't know who to call, WhatsApp 242-439-2425, and your number will be given to a wellness advisor who will contact you within 24 to 48 hours. So I'm going to drop that number inside this group for you. And yes, guys, we do things differently here at Sanki Global. We're family. And yes, we're business, but we're fun business, not business like, oh my God, I don't want to do that anymore. So please enjoy yourself. It's not, it's not necktie. Yeah. So Keva, do you have a question? Do you want me to unmute you? I will try to unmute. Let's see. Canva, do you have a question or your hands up? Go ahead.
No, you asked those who were
okay.
in the
yeah,
first 10
sorry
to
about that.
raise
Yeah, no
their
problem.
No
Okay,
questions.
thank you. No problem. I forgot. My apologies. Thank
No
you.
problem.
So guys, I want to say thank you so much for getting on, and we will have another call tomorrow. We actually have I think it's a 4-day run, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The microbiome call, well, the sleep call is on Monday. The microbiome call is on Tuesday. And then usually on Wednesday, we have testimonies. Last week, we had a testimony about fibroids, about glaucoma, about weight loss. And this week, we'll be talking also about the pineal gland tomorrow, and how important the microbiome is to the pineal gland. We don't think that it is, normally you don't think about certain things, but trust me, guys, you'll be absolutely blown away by it. So get on the calls. And yes, this is just information, but it's information for you to learn from. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much. Get back to the person that brought you this call. If you were on the Clint Watson show, get back to 242-439-2425. Just WhatsApp that number, and then you will be given to a wellness advisor. Thank you so much. Dr. Denise, thank you so much. Nurse Donnelly, thank you, Marva. Thank you to everybody that came on. We want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a fantastic, phenomenal evening and enjoy yourself. And like I always say, service to humanity is what? Service to God. Good night, my friends.